What's up, Zent nerds? Hello from Whitehorse, Yukon. I got something I want to show you. Check this out. So this is the map of the Yukon I want to show you, because we've been talking about it, or Nick has been talking about it in the latest A to Z series, and in particular this episode that's coming up tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, the Thursday episode. We're going to be talking, or Nick's going to be talking about the Tintina fault and the Denali fault. So I just wanted to show you this map, and then also maybe some local. It's hot right here. So here's the map. All right, so it looks like a bit of a clusterfuck, and it kind of is. So this is the Yukon bedrock geology map. Here's the terrain map. So we've got, this is Yukon Tintina, this one's Tintina, this is Cache Creek, and then you got Yakutat down there, and the Chugach, Alexandria, and then the other terrains might not really know about. Slide Mountain was mentioned, I think, in a few episodes, and that's up here. But what I really wanted to show was, so this is a little bit more detailed. It's got, those were kind of the individual terrains, like as in Yukon Tintina right here. But when you actually look at the Yukon Tintina, it's made up of a whole bunch of other areas. So these pink ones here, these are all batholiths. So down here we got the Quiet Lake batholith, there's the Cassiar batholith. Right here, this is Whitehorse, where I live. And all these around here, I believe they're known locally as the Whitehorse batholith. So as I mentioned, Whitehorse is not really close to the Denali fault or the Tintina fault. So just to the east of Whitehorse, there is there's a fault along here called the Teslin fault. But then further over to the right, this is the Tintina trench, or the Tintina fault. So, and from where I'm at right here in Whitehorse, the closest place is Dawson City, which is right here. The Tintina is like right along there. And actually, as you're coming into Dawson, there's the highway that comes, yeah, this is the highway right here. So if you're following the highway, you're pretty much following right along the Tintina Trench. And there's a viewpoint right here. Where you can look down, and you can see it, like it's a big huge valley that goes all the way along here. So this right here, that's the Denali fault. And if you go from Whitehorse to the west of Whitehorse, you come to what's called Haines Junction, right there. And Haines Junction, if you that's basically right along the fault there. I believe it comes a little bit further to the west, but you're in that zone. So to the north, once you get to Kluane Lake, that's right along the fault there. A little further to the north, or to the north end of Kluane Lake, you've got Burwash Landing. That's right along the fault. And then if you keep going along here, you get up to Beaver Creek. So basically the whole road between Haines Junction, between Haines Junction and Beaver Creek, which is where the border is to go over to Alaska. That whole road basically goes right along the Denali fault. But as you can see, like it's a mess of a lot of different types of terrains, or different types of they all get grouped in together. So one thing that's been talked a lot about in the series is the Carmax group. So again, so here's Whitehorse, and if you take the road north here, you get to Carmax. And this one here, this UKC, that's part of the Carmax group. UKC's up here as well, and then there's some in here, but below Whitehorse, so Whitehorse is right here, to the south of Whitehorse, there's an area right here which is this same thing, the UKC, which is the Carmacks group. And I believe the U stands for Upper Cretaceous Carmacks. The legend that comes with this map. So yeah, I mean, these are all the different areas that were on that map there. I mean, it's kind of overwhelming. But so yeah, here's the UKC, the Upper Cretaceous Carmacks, and it basically says it's a volcanic succession dominated by basic volcanic strata. But there's a lot of different units within there. So there's the Alvine basalt and breccia, and then there's andesite. There's tuff, lapilli tuff. There's poorly sorted fine-grained sandstones. There's gabbro. There's a whole bunch of different things that are part of the Carmacks. There you go. There's the Yukon map. Anyway, I just thought it would be kind of nice as a kind of additional bit of information that you could have if you want to look at and see some of the local communities that are along these faults. So now you have an idea, and if you go onto like Google Maps, you can actually drop a pin and then see Street View. So I'm just going to walk you through it here. So this is Google Earth, and I'm just zooming into Dawson City, and you want to click this button right here on the right, and that highlights all the roads into blue. And so just to the south of Dawson City, just want to find this location, and when you find it, you just click on the picture and it'll bring you right in, and then it gives you a 360 view so you can look around. This is the North Klondike Highway. That way is up towards Dawson City. And here we go. Here's the trench. You zoom in, and you can see. So to the left is towards Dawson, and then this way here is looking south. And you can see the valley there. It's a very large valley.